Welcome. Ponder on this. Life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. This profound wisdom comes from Charles R. Swindoll. Life, in its essence, is a series of events, and what we make of these events shapes our existence. Now let's turn to the insightful words of Confucius, who once said, "Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated." Isn't it intriguing how we sometimes overthink and complicate situations that could be handled simply? It's a gentle reminder to embrace simplicity and to not overburden ourselves with unnecessary complexity. Now let's wrap up with this empowering quote from Sam Levenson. Don't watch the clock, do what it does, keep going. Life keeps moving, and so should we, embracing every moment, every challenge, and every joy. Remember, don't watch the clock, do what it does, keep going. Sam Levenson. Now let's delve into the purpose of life. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "The purpose of life is not to be happy, it is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well." This statement encourages us to look beyond mere personal gratification and to strive for a life that contributes positively to the world around us. The Dalai Lama, however, offers a seemingly contrasting perspective, stating that the purpose of our lives is to be happy. This doesn't necessarily contradict Emerson. Instead, it suggests that happiness is found not just in personal satisfaction, but in the act of making a difference. Helen Keller, despite the adversities she faced, viewed life as an opportunity to grow and learn, stating that life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. So the purpose of life can be seen as a continuous journey of learning, understanding, and making a meaningful difference. As Helen Keller once said, "Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. Life is an adventure." Consider this quote from Oprah Winfrey. "The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. Our lives are like a vast, unknown wilderness, and each day is a trek into the new and unexplored. We're the explorers, the adventurers, charting our own path through the wilderness of life. As Helen Keller once said, life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. It is up to us to decide whether to merely exist or to live truly and fully." Alan Sanders puts it in another perspective, asserting that life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. We may have our compasses, our maps, our plans, but life has a way of surprising us, of leading us down paths we never expected. In the end, it's not about the destination, but the journey itself. Helen Keller reminds us that life is either a great adventure or nothing. Life is paradoxically simple and complex. As Confucius once said, "Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated." This fundamental truth about life's duality is a thread that weaves through the fabric of our existence. We often find ourselves tangled in the complexities of our choices, our ambitions, and our fears. Yet the essence of life is beautifully simple. It is the smile of a child, the warmth of a friend, the beauty of a sunrise, the satisfaction of a job well done. Abraham Lincoln also touched on this duality in his famous quote, "In the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years," emphasizing that it's not about how long we live, but how vibrantly we live. And Dr. Seuss, with his characteristic wit, reminded us not to mourn the end of good things, but to rejoice that they happened, saying, "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened." Abraham Lincoln summed it up well. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. Life is short. In the words of Sarah Louise Delany, life is short and it's up to you to make it sweet. How do we make life sweet? By embracing every moment, by finding joy in the ordinary, and by cherishing the people and experiences that bring us happiness. As we journey through life, we often get caught up in plans and dreams. We forget to live in the present. John Lennon once said, "Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans." This is a reminder to pause, to appreciate the now, because this moment, once gone, never comes back. And when the curtain falls, when it's time to bid adieu to this world and the life we've known, let's remember the wise words of Dr. Seuss. "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened." Let's celebrate life, not mourn its passing. Let's smile at the memories, the moments, and the life lived, And always remember to don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Dr. Seuss.